As a professional video editor, I have used dozens of video editing apps over the years, and I continue to be impressed with Descript because of all of the features that they continue to add to this platform. So in this video, I want to share with you the 11 things that you probably didn't know that you can do inside of Descript. Let's jump right in. So number one is using AI inside of your Descript projects. If you pull up one of your projects, you will go to this top bar that says Actions. And with this Actions, there is a tab that says Ask AI. As you can see, there are a handful of prompts that Descript AI will use, and some of these are very useful. This project that I have pulled up is already a finished and edited video, but if this was just the raw footage, what I could do is simply hit remove retakes. So oftentimes, and even while recording this video, I am having to do multiple retakes just because I mess up or say something that doesn't fit in the video. If you hit remove retakes, it will find the parts where you repeated, maybe parts of your script, and remove those from the edit. You can also edit it for clarity, remove filler words, shorten word gaps. And when it comes to publishing your content, there are a few that are really useful. And so this is a finished YouTube video. So if I wanted to hit YouTube description, it will automatically put in a prompt, and all I have to do is hit enter, and the AI will start to create a YouTube description based on this video and its transcript. And just within a few seconds, it's generated this brief summary of what this video is about. And this is the powerful part right here, is that it created timestamps for this specific video, which is definitely going to help us when it goes to publishing our YouTube video, because now on YouTube we can add chapter markers and those show up in the little timeline inside the video player. So it does this automatically. You don't have to go and manually put these in, which would be really tedious, but AI has already created the timestamps, and it's created little titles or chapter titles as to where you're talking about specific things. Now, obviously you can go through and edit this, but what I would simply do is just copy to the clipboard and paste that into your YouTube description box. And if you have a long form piece of content, you can also ask Descript AI to find good clips, or find clips when something was mentioned or when something was said, or to find all of the highlights inside of the video. Pretty powerful stuff already built in. This just helps make your content creation and the repurposing of your content even faster. Next up, did you know that you can add B-roll to your footage directly inside of Descript? At the top of the project window, there is a tab, a little button called Media. And if you click that, there are several different ways that you can add media, and more specifically B-roll, to your videos. So if you have your own files and your own videos that you want to import, then you would simply just add them here. Or if you had already imported them, then you can use any of these video files and add your B-roll. But what I really like is the stock footage that is built into Descript. And so all you have to do is search for a keyword, some type of stock footage that you're looking for, and you will be able to use that inside of your project. So I actually need a piece of B-roll for this part right here. This is so crucial when it comes to vlogging, and you need something that's going to be able to keep all of your footage stable so that it's comfortable and pleasing for the viewer to actually watch. So I need a piece of B-roll for this section right here. So if I come up to the media tab, what I can do is go to the videos section and type in watch YouTube, and let's see what pops up. Here we have several different clips that we can choose from. These are all stock footage, and this one actually looks pretty close to what I would need. So all I have to do is click on it and drag it over the section that I want to add that piece of B-roll to. I drop it there, and now it creates another scene. And if I play it back, you'll be able to see where it added in that B-roll. Stable so that it's comfortable and pleasing for the viewer to actually watch. This is important because simple enough. It's really simple and easy to add B-roll clips. You can also add GIFs or even images in the same way that I just added that video. Next, did you know that you can edit an entire podcast episode in just minutes using Descript? This is actually one of the most powerful parts of Descript, is the fact that every single video or even audio file that you import into Descript, it's going to be transcribed, so that way you could see every single word that is said. From here, you can edit the video just by editing the text. So this makes it a lot easier to actually see what's being said so that you can edit it with a much more efficient manner. So this was a podcast that we produced a few weeks ago, and this was the transcription of all of the raw interview. And simply with highlighting and deleting, I can edit the video just like that. So if there are different parts that I wanted to take out, all I have to do is come and highlight that, delete it, highlight and delete. I can also copy and paste if I wanted to do that. Editing in Descript this way makes it super simple. And what normally would take probably an hour for me to edit a video, watch it all the way through, go back, make certain cuts and edits, I can do that within minutes just because I have the transcription here, and it's so much easier to read and see what words are being said where, reposition any of those things, add some hooks at the beginning of the episode, and also add in an intro and outro simply by copying, pasting, and editing this transcription as if it was a Word document or a Google Doc. I can't tell you how powerful this is, especially if you're someone who doesn't consider yourself a video editor. You can use this just like you would edit a document, and you can consider yourself a video editor if you're using Descript. The next thing that you can do is create short form content from any piece of long form that you have and add subtitles / captions to the video all inside of Descript. Let me show you. So I had this long form YouTube video that I did, and I want to take just a small portion of that and turn it into a YouTube short, Instagram reel, and a TikTok. So I'm going to play this section right here so you could see what I'm going to use. For a brand new channel or a relatively small channel without a lot of content, the YouTube algorithm does not know what your channel is about. So it is your job to tell YouTube what your channel is all about. What is the purpose of your YouTube channel? What problems does it help solve? And what audience, what viewer would be most interested in your content? That section right there is almost 18 seconds long. So I'm going to take that portion right there and turn it into a YouTube short. So to do that, all I have to do is highlight that section of the transcript. Then I will hit the 3 little dots, or I can also do a right click, and I want to duplicate to a new composition. What that's going to do is inside of this project, there's multiple compositions. So we still have this full length long form video, but now Descript has a section where I can select this other short form piece that I just created. We can have multiple compositions inside of one project. So to view the other compositions, all you have to do is go to the top where you see the title here, just click on that, and it will bring up this window to the left showing the compositions. This first one is the original long form, and this one below is the one that I just created. And so I'm going to rename this. I'm just going to give it a title, and now we can start to edit. So first things first, if we're going to turn this into a YouTube short, Instagram reel, or TikTok, then we need to change the aspect ratio from horizontal to vertical, which is a 9:16 aspect ratio. So to do that, in this player playback window at the top, you'll see this little area here, this little icon, and we want to click that and then select portrait mode. This will automatically shift the orientation of the project to be 9:16. Now we need to expand our clip so that it fits inside of this new aspect ratio. Now there's a couple ways to do that. The simplest way is to just click on the video itself, click on position, and then hit fill canvas. Now in a situation where you need to move to the left or right, all you have to do is simply click and drag left or right to position the subject in the center of the frame. And so now we have this clip and we can play it back just as normal. And this would be a way that we can quickly repurpose any long form video into a short Instagram reel or a TikTok. But that's not it yet. Most cases, if you're going to put it on any of the short form platforms, you want to also add subtitles or captions to your videos. To add captions to your video, all you have to do is go to this little tab at the top that says text. It's a little T. You click on that and scroll down to captions. From here, it will automatically take what you have over here in the composition and add all of the words, all of the transcription to the project. And so I already have some of the styles and colors already created, but if you wanted to go in and customize that, you can customize the color, the active word color, add a shadow, make it all uppercase. There's lots of different things that you can do to change up the style of the captions. But the main piece is that now just within one click, your video has subtitles so that when you put it on the platforms, people can still understand what you're saying in the video with the sound off, which we know is very crucial in today's social media world. Next up, you can actually remove filler words like you know, and even repeated words from your Descript project in just one simple click. Inside of this Descript project, you can already see highlighted in blue all of the filler words from this project. And if we wanted to remove them, all we have to do is go to the Actions tab and go to remove filler words. And in this project, we have 145 instances of a filler word. Again, that can be an or even a repeated word. So before I remove these, I just want to play a couple of sentences so that you can see how this works. So this is before removing the filler words.
Well, I think that goes to the just back to the concept of team, right? And so in any team concept, you know, we all have to play our roles, and so when I got to the Pacers, it was a lot of talent there, and so we kind of grew, you know, with the city.
So now let's go ahead and delete all of the filler words. And to do that, all we have to do is hit remove all. However, if you wanted to be a little bit more particular, you could go through each one and select whether or not you wanted to remove that filler word. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to hit remove all. And just like that, it removed all of the filler words. So now let's play it back with the filler words removed.
I think that goes to the just back to the concept of team, right? And so in any team concept, we all have to play our roles. And when I got to the Pacers, it was a lot of talent there. And so we grew with the city, and other folks came along, Antonio and McKee. And
so just like that, you can clean up your projects, removing all filler words inside of Descript. Next up, this is actually a little creepy, a little weird, but you can actually clone your voice inside of Descript and use that in projects. In the main Descript menu on the side, you have this tab called AI speakers. And that basically allows you to generate AI type voices that you can use inside of your videos. And so I have created one, but I actually haven't cloned my voice yet. I haven't done all of the work to do that in full transparency. I think I'm going to wait out on that just a little bit longer, but I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that here, that you can actually clone your voice. And to do that, Descript basically has to program or learn or be trained on what your voice actually sounds like. So if you create content often and you've uploaded it, then you can allow Descript to learn from that. And Descript does have a couple safety measures in place where you have to specifically record a script of you and your voice actually saying words that basically gives Descript permission to use and clone your voice. This is just for security and privacy purposes, so I do respect that. I have seen people clone their voice and it actually is pretty good. So at some point in the future, I'll probably do this. But for now, I just wanted to show you that you can, in fact, clone your voice and use that inside of videos. Next up is that you can actually record remotely. Recently, they acquired a company called Squadcast, which allows you to essentially record and broadcast remotely, similarly to like a Zoom or Ecamm or OBS or any other type of interview software. So to do that, all you have to do is click the new button and hit remote recording. And then this will take you to Squadcast. As you can see on the screen, this is the green room where you would set up all of your video and audio settings before entering the session. And I know it's maybe a little trippy right now because I actually have my camera upside down and I've rotated it inside of the program that I use to do my screen recording. So it may look a little weird, but essentially this is how you can record remotely with different guests, and you can invite people on. You can record here, and then any recording that you do inside of Squadcast will then automatically be imported into Descript, where you can continue to further edit your videos. It's really simple to invite people to this stream by copying the link, sending that over to them, and then you can do a virtual interview or a virtual broadcast right here on Squadcast by Descript. Also, when it comes to collaboration with Descript, because it lives in the cloud, you can access your files, your projects from anywhere, and you can also do collaborations. You can also add people to collaborate on these projects with you. So say for instance, you have this video that you're editing and you're editing it along with someone else. All you have to do is go to this plus button, which is the project access, and you would invite that person to be able to edit this specific project. You can also add people to your team. So if you have multiple projects that you're working on, you can have essentially a folder or what they call a drive that allows people to have access to all of the projects inside of it. People can be working on one specific project at their own computer in their own office at different times, or even at the same time. So that just allows for a lot more flexibility and creativity when it comes to editing your projects. And it's very simple to give access, share the link, and allow people to collaborate with you on your projects. Next up is that you can do the green screen effect inside of Descript without needing a green screen and with a click of a button. Let me show you how. Inside of your project, all you have to do is click on the video, and under the effects tab, you will see this section called green screen. All you have to do is toggle that on, and it will take just a couple minutes to analyze your project from start to finish, picking out your subject and removing them and basically doing the green screen effect. This is an 18-minute video, and in just about 3 minutes, it was able to completely remove the background from this video from the entire thing. Let's take a look. Share my experience being on YouTube for the past 4 years in an effort to save you time and energy of growing your YouTube channel. Here are the many lessons and discoveries that I have made. So as you can see, it completely removed the background. And if I wanted to bring it back, all I have to do is simply toggle the green screen effect back on. And so I can click to enable it and it removes the background. And then I can also add different backgrounds to this video now that I've removed it. So now if I wanted to add a background to this video, all I have to do is go up to the media tab. I'll come over to videos. I'll select this one of this ocean. I will just click and drag over the project. Then I will right click and then go to layer order and then send to back. Now it has placed me, the subject, on top of this background, and you can see how it looks right now. To save you time and energy of growing your YouTube channel, here are the many lessons and discoveries that I have made. This is a pretty cool feature because just a couple of years ago, it was very tedious in order to do something like this with the green screen effect. Now we don't even need a green screen behind us. We can do it simply with one click of a button, all inside of Descript. Next, if you didn't know, you can improve the quality of your audio with a feature called Studio Sound. With one click of a button, you can increase the audio quality, making it sound much better, more fuller, especially if you're far away from the camera or if your audio quality is just not that great. This can help to give it more of a quote unquote studio and professional sound. So to do that, all you have to do is select your video, go to audio effects, and if it's not there, go ahead and hit Studio Sound. Toggle this on and it will automatically start applying studio sound. This will take just a couple of minutes to scan your audio and improve the quality. So here's what it sounds like before. The first and most important thing that you have to do when you start a YouTube channel is to commit to the long term and with it on. YouTube is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Trust me on this. It may be easy to get caught up in the people who have lots of subscribers and get tons of views on their videos. It can be very subtle, but what this does is help remove some of the echo and room noise from your audio recordings. And lastly, did you know that there are tons of export options for your projects? Let me show you some that I use very often. So when you want to export your project, all you have to do is go to the Publish button and then go to the Export tab. And of course, you can export the video if it's a video. You can select the current composition, the current scene, all compositions inside of your project, adjust the resolution and quality. You can also export just the audio file if you want. You can also export it as a GIF if you'd like. And one really pro tip is that if you use Final Cut Pro, Adobe Audition, Adobe Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, Pro Tools, or Logic, you can actually export in a timeline file, which basically allows you to continue using the project the way you've edited it without being destructive to the raw files. So I can export this into Final Cut Pro. It will keep all of my edits, but now I can go even further in my video editor simply by exporting the timeline. Also, you can export the transcript. This is really powerful, especially with all of the AI tools that can use a transcript and turn it into other pieces of content. You can also export the subtitle files, upload that to YouTube, use that as a transcript. Lots of different options all inside of Descript. So if you didn't know, now you know. Make sure you check out Descript. Link is down in the description box below. And also check out this playlist of other videos where I cover the features of Descript. Thanks so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.